Adobe Spark number 2 is going to be a slideshow, and I'm going to do a run through here. Now here's what I want, at least 4 slides. There's going to be just kind of a brief intro to your idea that you're showing, plus 3 more. An image on each slide, except maybe for the intro. You could just have text on the intro, but an image on the others. Some text on each slide, and a good look, trying to make it look good. It's not too hard with Adobe Spark. Got getting started information right here about where to find SlideShow and all of that kind of thing. So I'll show you that in a minute. We've got some information here about building the slideshow that's on the handout. I'm not going to read that to you. I will demonstrate those things. You can preview your slideshow when it's put together, and then you have to download it when you're all done to turn it in. Okay, so let's just go to work. Let's get over here, and I'm on Adobe Spark, and I've already hit the login button, sort of the sign in, and I'm just going to hit continue with Google, and it will take me to the first landing page that you come to when you get into Adobe Spark. All right, and we're going to go here, third one over, slideshow. So I'm going to click that. You could put this in, like, here's mine. Mine is going to be about things I'm gonna do over over Christmas break. Things I'm really looking forward to. Things I really want to do over Christmas. And you could use this idea too if you want to tell me here are, and it would be like 3 things because the introduction just kind of has the title on it, and then 3 things that I want to do over Christmas break, right? And you could use the same idea if you would like. So I'm going to hit next right there. And I'm just going to start from scratch. I'm not going to worry about any of these. So I'm going to start from scratch. Give it a second. Give it a second. All right. And this is quick tips kind of thing, which you could watch if you want to, but I'm just going to say, okay, I'm ready. Or you could hit this close up here, whatever. So here we are. This is kind of where we are. So some things you might want to do before we get started. This is kind of like this is your slide right here. It's a slideshow. So this is your slide in the middle. Down at the bottom, there's kind of a timeline. We're on slide number 1 right now. There's a plus button down here, so you can add a slide. I'll tell you about this credits and outro here shortly. I'll tell you about that. Up here at the top, there are 4 different layouts that you could add. For each slide. Each slide can have any one of these 4 layouts. So that's kind of up to you. You can decide which layout you want to use for each slide. If you go to theme over here, the theme, if you pick a theme, it's going to apply to the entire show. All right, and it's going to affect things like some colors that are used and some fonts that are used and some transitions on the slides. And you don't really have a lot of control over that except for picking a theme. And you can always change it if you pick a theme and you don't like it. So there's this light, medium, dark. And when you float over it, it kind of gives you a little preview of what it's going to do, of the way it's going to work. And I might use this mega right here. That's the one that I think I'm going to use, but you could use any of these that you want. So pick a theme. That's a good idea to pick a theme. All right, so I'm going to pick mega. And you do have a little bit of choice, like for a background color down here. It's kind of showing you, some options that you have. These are theme colors. All right, so on the first, back here to layout, on the very first slide, I think I just want like title and text here. So my title is going to be Christmas Break. And down here for the subtitle, for Mr. Arvin. So this is how Christmas Break, this is how I hope it goes for me. All right. Okay. If you see this area 1027 thing, don't worry about it. Ignore that. All right, so that's going to be it. That's my first page. That's my first slide. I'm not going to put a picture on it. You could if you wanted to, but I'm not. And you don't have to either if you don't want to. Okay, now let's move on to number 2, to slide 2. What you do is you come down here to the plus button in the bottom left, click the plus button, and you'll see number 2 has popped on. Now you decide, what layout do I want? Well, on this one, I'm going to do full screen. Okay, and when I click on full screen up here in the top corner, I get an option to add a video or a photo. Now I don't have any videos to put on there, but I'm going to add a photo. And you get the same kinds of things we had yesterday or than the previous lesson when we were working on a collage. You can upload photos that you have saved. You can connect to your Google Drive, whatever, however you want to do that. Now I've got things saved that I want for here, so I got to real quickly dig in to my folder, Spark, presentation. All right, so here's the first thing. I want to sleep at past 5:30, right? And do I get I think I'm going to change this to caption here because I want to tell people why I picked that alarm clock. All right, so for the layout, I'm going to go caption, and I'm going to add some text, and I want to say sleep past 5:30. Cool. All right, so that's my caption on that picture, right? And I think I can move it. I can put it wherever I want. I can kind of slide it around, put it wherever I want. So really, that's kind of it for that slide. That's one of the things I want to do like every day over Christmas break. Sleep past 5:30. Okay, so let's add another slide. I'll come down here. Boom. I'm going to add another slide. Let's go. Oh, mercy, mercy, mercy. I'm trying to decide. I think I'll do caption again on here. I'll show you a split screen in a minute. So I'll do caption again, and I'm going to add a photo, and I'm going to upload a photo. And here's another thing I want to do. I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to add my caption. Come on. And I want to add some text, and this is going to be jigsaw puzzles, plural. I'll get more than one done over break. All right, so I like doing jigsaw puzzles, and you can put that wherever you want. All right, so once again, I did the caption style. It puts a picture on it. I added a picture, and I added my caption, and so I've got that one done. That's pretty much it, right? Let's add the third one. Let's go to another one here. This one, I'm going to do the split screen. All right, so on split screen, I can put a picture on one side and some text on the other, and I could pick whichever side I want it to be on. The picture could be over here and the text over here, or the other way around, whatever you want. So I think I'll put the photo over here, and I'm going to upload the photo because, again, I have all these saved. And all right, so one of my big goals over the break here, I haven't started watching season 2 of The Mandalorian yet, so no spoilers. Don't tell me anything about it. But I can't wait to do that. I'm ready to do that. This, I think, that can just swap them back and forth if you decide you want to switch it. And then over here, I need some text, which is going to say, watch season 2 of The Mandalorian. All right. And as far as I'm aware, I don't think you really even have control over, like, if somebody said, can I center that text? I don't, as far as I know, maybe you can find it, but I don't think you can. I think that the theme, when you pick the theme, it kind of makes some of those determinations for you, whether the text is going to be centered or left aligned or how it's going to handle the text. So really, I've got it built. That's kind of it. This is my intro, and here's one thing I want to do over break, and here's another thing I want to do over break, and here's another thing I want to do over break. So it's done. Now, there is this credits screen, which when you come and click on it, you could, if you wish, hit this little ... and say hide credits. You don't have to use it at all if you don't want to. That's not required. If you wish, you could come up here and you could say thanks for watching or something like that. And it says created with work by, oops, sorry, go back here. Created with work by, can I edit that? Yeah. I'm the one who made it, right? I might make that text a little bigger. Okay, created with work by Mr. Arvin. Yay! All right, so it's a credit screen, right? Is this okay? Thanks for watching. I created this. Okay, cool. Now on the outro thing, I probably would suggest coming over here, you click on the outro thing, click the 3 dots and just say hide it. This is for like businesses who are putting together a little presentation that they're going to put online, and they want at the end they want a reminder of, hey, visit our website or whatever. So I'm just going to hide the outro, boom, like that, and it won't even show up when when you turn it in or anything like that. Now, how about previous? So again, review real quick. Introduction screen. That was the first one. Here's one thing I want to do over Christmas break. Here's another thing I want to do over Christmas break. Here's the third thing I want to do over Christmas break. I decided to use the credits. That's not required. So you make all your choices about layout and theme. Oh. And now I'm going to come over here and peek at music. You don't have to have music if you don't want to, because there's a switch up here, music on, music off, so I could turn that off, and that would be no music. If I have music, there are some different, you could probably just click on them and play them and hear what they sound like. Adobe Spark has randomly, or suggested anyway, this Sunlit Valley piece, which I think you're about to hear. I'm going to leave it on. I'm just going to keep that Sunlit Valley. But if you don't want music, or you could switch it. I got a lot of thoughts going through my brain. You could switch it, or you could turn it off. If you have some kind of digital recording, you could add your own. But I don't have anything like ready for that. So, all right. So I'm going to come back here and do preview. Boom. Bingo. And there's an X up here in the top right corner if you want to go back to where you were. Now, I also didn't mention this, but you can work with this. On each slide, there's a little clock in the bottom right corner, and it kind of automatically sets a timing there, like this one's on for 3 seconds and this one's on for 4 seconds. And if you think, well, I want to change that, you could take that slider and bump it up to 5 or 6 seconds or what. You don't want them to be on super long. You want to kind of keep it moving. I'm really pretty happy with the timing of what I've got here. So I did my preview and I'm pretty happy with it. So I'm just going to go up here, and here's how you would finish up. There's not really this opportunity to name it, but I'm going to go up here and download. I'll click there. And it's going to start downloading automatically, and there's a thing that says closing this window will cancel the download, so you don't want to do that. And you'll have to let it go, kind of like Elsa in Frozen. So let it go, and it's going to download. If you're at school, it would download into your downloads folder, but if you're on your Chromebook, it's going to download onto your Google Drive. That's where it's going to be put. I do want to show you here in a second when this gets done downloading. All right. And here's what it did. It took that title that I typed in at the very beginning when I said Christmas break strategy, and that's the name that it gave it when it downloaded. So it's an MP4. You can see right here, it's an MP4 video file. And if I go look in my downloads folder, I'll show you here. Christmas break strategy.mp4. That's it. That's what you would turn in right there. It will be, if you're doing it on your Chromebook, it should be on your Google Drive. That's it. SlideShow, introduction, and then 1, 2, 3 things about your topic. And if you want to take this idea, this would be kind of fun. If you want to do this, what are you going to do over Christmas break? What do you hope to do? What are you wanting to do the most? And tell me 1, 2, 3 things. Right? Okay. Go, go, go.